practice last week. It was just a batted ball, and I just jumped up and grabbed it. So I hope he's watching this. But I give them all a pretty bad deal about it. But they've all been really good, though. I'm glad to see them all competing. They've all looked really good. But none of them really talk smack because they're all serious about their work.
You didn't have a $100 bet like Devin.
No, I did it. I should have took it. I didn't expect myself to do it. I just got my hands up and the ball's in the air. So it was kind of a fluke, but hey, interception's an interception, especially for a defensive lineman.
Tip balls count?
Oh, all the time. Yeah. All the time.
What do you like best about playing nose tackle?
I think I'm closer to the ball. You're in the action almost every play. You're dead center of the defense, and so every good defense is built on a good foundation, and that's your nose guard. And if your nose guard isn't strong, then your defense isn't strong. And so Devin relies on me, I rely on him, and it goes from there. You got to have a solid foundation to have a great defense.
Will you probably have more double teams at nose tackle than end?
You do. It depends on the offensive schemes, though. If they run zone schemes, they run gap schemes, what you're going to see. And that's one thing I'm thankful for is Coach O has taught us a lot of just football IQ stuff. You know, just learning what I'm going to get on certain plays, certain formations. But overall, nose is a grind position. It's nasty in there. It gets tough in the trenches, and sometimes you got to grind it out.
Do you feel like we, and a lot of people probably take Devin for granted? I mean, he's such a commodity that we don't even talk about him.
He is. I feel like he's a little humble. He doesn't like to talk about himself a lot, but I mean, Devin's, in my opinion, the best in the nation. I'm glad to be playing in front of him. One day he's going to make a lot of money playing this game, and so I'm just honored for the time I have to play with him, whether it's 1 year or 2 years. And so I think we all take for granted just how talented and how smart of a football player he is. I think people just see that he's fast, he's versatile, he's explosive, but what people fail to recognize is he's in that film room 4 or 5 hours a day, breaking down our offense, breaking down other offenses. And so last year I remember coming up here on a Sunday for treatment, and Devin was up here watching film against Auburn. Man, I didn't do this, and he had 13 tackles that game, and so he wasn't satisfied, and I think that's what people take for granted. He's a hard worker.
How do you see the nose shaping up behind you?
Right now we're stout at that position. Like Coach O says, the depth chart's always etched in sand, so at any point in time, there could be a new nose, there could be a new 2, new 3 nose, and so we all just have to come out and compete every day. Guys have to bring it every day, and with Ed Alexander, Tyler Shelvin, and Dominique Livingston in that room, with myself, they're all really talented guys, really strong. Everybody has their strengths, and everybody has their weaknesses, but I think we complement each other in different ways.
When do you allow yourself to start getting excited about the first game, or does it still feel like it's way off?
It hasn't sit in with me yet. I've just been focused on the team and been focused on helping out the guys, just grinding every day with fall camp. But I think as time goes closer, the jitters are gonna rise a little bit, and it's gonna be more exciting to me.
Do you guys feel like you've hit that point in practice yet, or camp yet, where you're sick of hitting each other, or not yet?
Not yet. It was a little chippy out there yesterday, and so I think guys are just starting to get into it more now. Week 1 last week, everybody's kind of just finding out their niche and going through the motions, and so now everybody knows what they can do. We've seen the same guys every day. You get tired of seeing the same guys every day, so we spend time in the dorms. We see each other at meetings, and all you want to do is just hit them. So you finally get the chance to do it, so you do it.
Devin and Foster finally get together?
They get chippy. Those two for guys who are like so close off the field, they talk a lot of smack to each other on the field. They get chippy. During 7-on-7, it's just 7-on-7. It's a non-contact drill. That's coming from a defensive lineman's perspective. They're over there talking smack. I'm like, oh my gosh. We can hear it all the way down while we're doing pass rush. And so that's just it's good to see, though. Good to see the competition bring out the best in each other.
One more question for Breiden, guys.
Has there been any contact in the dorms? Any hitting in the dorms?
No, not at all. And that's a good thing because, coaches are getting the most out of us at practice. And so it's usually as soon as we get done with practice, we go eat dinner, go to meetings, and as soon as we get back to the dorms, we're knocked out sleeping, getting ready for meetings the next morning.